Hey everybody, it's Erin Reed and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to make this Dutch fold card, Christmas card. Look at this, look how fun this is. So much fun. It is just a really cool card, a little bit of some mixed media vibe going on here, a little bit of some vintage and just kind of this cool shabby chicy kind of look, but with a cool fun fold card that you can do so much with. This card is part of the Christmas in July video blog hop that is going on. You should be able to click on the person who is next for your chance to win some other fun crafty goodness, of which there's also a chance to win on my channel just by leaving a comment. Simple as that. You win a fun box of goodies from me by leaving a comment down below. And don't forget to head on and check all the other people. Information about the last day to enter and also when I'm announcing who the winner is will be listed out in the information section along with all the supplies I'm using today. So without further ado, let's jump in and learn how to make this fun Dutch fold card. Two basic sheets that you need to start with. One is a 4 1/4 by 9 1/2 sheet of paper. The other one is a 2 by 8 1/8. First thing we want to do is we want to score our larger sheets. This is going to be the main part of our card. So just kind of score at 4 inches and just make sure you have a nice good fold on this. You can take, I always use lately have been using just my paper trimmer and an old score tool that I pulled off of a scoring blade that I don't use anymore. All right, now here's my quick tip to you. In order to fold this, I will have the scoring measurements down below, but the easiest way to do this is to take this sheet. And the reason why I went with 8 and 1/8 is because I wanted it a little bit longer because it's got to wrap around the inside of this card, on the inside of it. So fold it in half, and that didn't have to be super scored actually. And then fold each of these in half, and that gives you that perfect little amount, that perfect in the middle situation. You're not going to see that middle score, so it's no big deal that it's there. All it is it's just a guide. And so now you've got it opened, you've got a flap and you've got a flap, and they're perfect. All right, so now we're just going to place down the base of our card. This black sheet goes in here, and measurements are going to be down below for how to do the base. And all of these other measurements on here are basically just going down by 1/4 of an inch all the way around. So the black sheet is 1/4 of an inch top and bottom to side, and then all this is Home for Holidays paper as well. All of the pattern papers I'm using today are coming from Adorn It. They're really fun, they're really pretty. All right, so first step is glue these two pieces together. For the entire card, I'm going to use my Supertite Max Glue Pen. It's kind of like a one-stop shop for all the elements that we need to do our card. There is 2 ends to it. This is a nice flat end. Run my glue through there and center this on here, just like that. But before I glue this part down, we're going to add our little flap here. So go ahead and apply my glue right here. And part of the reason why I want to use a wet glue is I want to make sure I'm lining this up just the way I want to. So when I close these, there's a little flap. Before I glue this main thing down, I want this to hit just perfectly. And so I measured out this card basically, and it was kind of by fluke. When we go through and we add this second layer here, there's a section of, it looks like it's like a circle, and I want to go right in the center of that circle. I think I lined that up just perfectly. Therefore, everything is going to be nice and aligned. So I am good to go. So now I can apply my adhesive to the back side of this. This glue is great because it has a lot less chemicals and other things inside of it, which means it's safe to use. It's Prop 65 compliant, which means it doesn't have to have any of the special warning labels on it like some of the other ones, which I think is fabulous. I've already cut down my sheets. We have a 2x2, 2x2, and 3x3 that we're going to use on either side. And I'm just going to take my brush, this is a stencil brush from Dynasty, and I'm going to place my squares smack in the middle as I possibly can make it. Tap, 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 and then just circle rub going all the way around just like this until you get a nice, beautiful stenciled image. It's so pretty when it's done. Lift up, and there it is. If you push harder, you get some darker spots. I like the fact that sometimes you can change up and get some lighter and some darker. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the rest of these. I just keep using the center because it's nice and even. I'm not applying a ton of ink, so it's not going to make it messy. So I'm just going to speed this part up. Just make sure when you're done to go and rinse off. This will come up really easily. It can actually sit for a while because it's just some water-based ink. And then make sure don't forget to clean off your brush as well. All right, so for this background, I didn't bother doing this step, but I'm going to do it for the other ones. I'm going to take just a black pen and just run it along the edge of these 3 cards that I just stenciled, and also my background paper, which is this red paper. I'm going to speed that up for you too. Last matter is just layering up all my pieces. So a little bit of glue on the back side of each of these squares, layered squarely in the center here, and then gluing these onto here, just like this. So just, there we go, a little glue, and apply firmly in the center. Same thing for the other one. So now as I open up my card and place it down, you can see that it lines up right smack in the center of those stenciled squares that I just made, which I think is so much fun. And this space in here is perfect for you to write your sentiment for your Christmas cards. So you can do a little personal touch, a little something kind of fun there. All right, now it's time to lay down our background mat. Now this has got a little bit of script to it, so I want to make sure that the writing is going the correct direction. So again, just apply my adhesive. And for this background, I wanted to have it be more red than white because there's a lot of white happening down here. So I did only mat this down and cut this down by a quarter of an inch, no, eighth of an inch versus a quarter of an inch on each side. All right, the next step is a black square, which is a 3x3 square because that's the perfect amount that goes from side to side. And I wanted the point of the square to come down right in between the two flaps of our Dutch fold card. So that piece goes right there. Just apply the adhesive going all the way around here. Make sure that goes nice squarely in the center. And you know, I didn't actually add any of the glue right there, which is perfect because now it won't stick. So that was good on my part. Next step is going to be our stenciled square. It's going to go on top. It kind of mimics what's there. And if you notice the stencil I picked from Crafter's Workshop, it does have those angles on there. So it matches in with that diagonal fun feeling. So just going to keep on adding that in. There we go. And lay that down. And you could totally leave your card just like this, but we're going to add a little bit of some fun flair to it. So I used one of these little Prima swirl things. I also found a couple of little flowers. These are Prima flowers. On this card, I actually used more of a rosebud flower and then a flat flower, but for this card, I'm going to use both flat flowers. And then I have a Creative Embellishments little square that fit perfectly on here. It was kind of a fun fluke that I happened to find that. And lastly, if you notice, there is a Holly Jolly Christmas that's going right across here. So the first thing I need to do is cut out that Holly Jolly Christmas. This is from the Adorn It paper. This is on one side, it has this beautiful pattern paper. Another one of the sheets had the red and it had a whole bunch of other stuff. So this is the paper where I got the inside, what I would call the Project Life pieces. I just cut it down to size. It was the perfect size for that. And then got some of the red colors, like I said, and then now we're getting the Holly Jolly Christmas. So I'm just cutting out, I want to get both the two little red dots and then the Holly Jolly Christmas all in here. I'm just going to kind of cut a little bit more than I actually need. There we go. And I think it trimmed that just perfectly. I just wanted to have a little bit longer so as it nestles into here, it doesn't get cut off. Last thing is a tiny bit of some white paper. I don't need a ton. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the other side. I'm going to use the other side for pretty much everything else from here on out, which is the fine tip applicator. So I'm going to place my Holly Jolly down, light bead of glue. You know, one thing you always learn when you're a kid, dot, dot, not a lot. That totally applies. The more glue, the longer it takes to set. So just the littlest amount is all you need for any project. And then I'm just going to rough cut this out. I always pick a larger scissor because then I can get a nice straight line. If I have to make lots of cuts, I'm never going to get a straight line. So there it is, just a tiny bit of a mat. I actually made a little bit bigger of a mat than the one I had over there. Works fine either way. All right, so then we're going to place down our chipboard piece. You could paint it, you could color it. I love just the natural look. I think it adds a nice other tone to the colors that's already here. I already have lots of other, and to match that color would be really, really difficult. So I'm just gonna leave it naked or natural. Apply my glue. Heads up, there's also a coupon code for the glue, so make sure you check that out. And again, don't forget to check out all the other people that are part of this video hop, this Christmas in July video hop. And then next I have my little sentiment. So I'm going to go ahead and nestle this in here. It's going to look like more of a banner. So I just need a tiny, tiny bit of glue. Just going right across there. Place that in there. There we go. I'm going to go a little, yeah, right about there is good because I'm gonna check my flowers. I don't want my flowers to be up in the corner. I want it to be down a little bit, but I don't want to completely cover it up. And yeah, that's going to be perfect. But before I put my flowers down, I got to put my swirls. Now, a tip to you is you can cut your swirls up as much or as little as you want. So I'm actually going to completely cut this up. I want it to stay within the frame of the card. And so here's my first swirl, and I want it to stay so I can lift it up and there's not pieces sticking out. So the only piece that's going to be that little tip of that black right there. So lift it up. So I kind of place from the bottom into the side and then let it cascade upwards. I have so many of these swirls and I love it when I get a chance to use them. I thought this was just the perfect card for it. And lastly, I went one way with the swirl. Now we're going to go the other way. So each card's a little bit different. I love how I can get one package and I can use it for 2 cards. If you wanted to add a little bit of extra glue here and there just to make sure, because I'm going over top of the chipboard, you could kind of pick up. This thing's still pretty sticky, even though it's old. I can guarantee you this thing is not anything new. All right, so now it's time to put my flowers. I'm going to put my lighter flower down on the bottom, right here, and I'm going to put the darker flower on top. And so yes, this is a card that has a little bit of some thickness to it, but I think that's absolutely fine. Just put it in a padded envelope. I think it will do absolutely great. Or you hand deliver it. And it's meant to be kind of a fun card you can open and you have lots of just kind of interaction with. Hope you've enjoyed my Dutch Fun Fold cards for this Christmas in July video hop. Don't forget to hop along to all the other people that are part of this hop. They have some amazing ideas. And leave comments, at least on my video, to enter yourself in to win a fun prize pack from myself full of some amazing crafty goodies. So leave a comment. Dates for when this giveaway is over and also when I'm announcing the winner are going to be listed down below in the information section, along with all of the links to get to the next person and everybody in the hop, and also for the supply links. Thanks so much for stopping by. Please subscribe. I would love subscribers. Click that bell button for further notifications of videos, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye, everybody.